Hi everyone, I'm Bill King, Executive Chef for McCormick Schmick Seafood Restaurants, and it's halibut season, one of my favorite times of year. Actually, halibut season is pretty long. It runs from roughly March till the end of October most years. And when the catch is good, there's just plenty of halibut for everyone. It's absolutely one of everyone's most favorite fish, and it's very, very popular in all of our restaurants. So I'm going to prepare for you today a quintessentially Pacific Northwest item, which is where the halibut comes from, the only place in the world where great halibut is taken out of the water. So I've got this beautiful piece of halibut. You can see it's nice, thick fleshed, bright color, soft pink tone to the flesh, absolutely gorgeous. We're just going to put a little salt and pepper on it. I don't like to season this fish too much with anything else because we've got a lot of flavor coming out in the sauce. So a little kosher salt, little cracked black pepper. I've got a nice hot pan ready to sear the fish. Just a little bit of oil. And I love using the non-stick pan. I put a little oil in it, mostly to get caramelization on the fish, because it's not going to stick. But between the non-stick and a little oil, it's easy money in the pan. Halibut, top side down, because when you flip it, then that's going to be your presentation side on your plate. This is going to probably take 6 or 8 minutes on each side, maybe a little bit less, depending on how hot you keep your pan. And one thing you can do is that you can put your oven on about 400 degrees and get it just nice and brown, and then you can pop it in the oven for 5 or 6 minutes and be about doing some other things. Your choice. It goes either way. Today I'm going to do it all in the pan. All right, we've been about 6 minutes in the pan now, and I think it's time to flip it. We should see a beautiful golden brown, which we do. There it is. You know, halibut is just this absolutely spectacular fish. They're enormous. They're the largest member of the flatfish family, which includes all manner of sole and flounder. But these fish are big. It's pretty typical for a fish to be 40 to 60 pounds in its market form for restaurants and markets these days. But these fish can be over 100 pounds, and I've had a whole halibut on my table in the prep kitchen that was close to 150 pounds. These are just remarkable fish. They come from really deep, cold water in the Pacific Northwest. Most of the best halibut comes from up around Alaska, and it's just the most versatile, sweet meat. It's good for first-time seafood eaters. It's relatively mild, but it's got a pretty nice firm texture, a beautiful flake to it. It's just fabulous fish. So we're going to be about another 4 or 5 minutes on this side, and then it's going to be ready for the fish, but we're going to do a real quick sauce. Well, I think this fish is done. It's looking beautiful golden. I think it's the same on the other side. Let's take a quick peek. Absolutely perfect. It's been about 10, 11 minutes in the pan. And again, like I said, you could do this in the oven. But we're going to take this fish out, and we're going to put it right here. I'm going to serve it in this pretty little boat-shaped dish. And then we're going to make a very, very quick pan sauce. So I'm going to turn the heat down just a touch, and I'm going to take cassis, which is black currant liqueur. But if you don't want to put an alcohol-based liquid in here, you could use a puree or a juice even, blackberry juice, cranberry juice. You could use anything like that. This is particularly good and matches up with these beautiful, big, thick, juicy blackberries that we're going to put in the sauce too. So we're going to put this in the pan, and we're just going to let it simmer away for about probably less than a minute. It's going to get a little bit thicker. Then I'm going to put a splash of lemon juice, a splash of rice wine vinegar, and they'll give you a little tartness, a little sharpness against that sweet liqueur. And then I'm going to add these blackberries. These are actually Marionberries from the heart of the Willamette Valley in Oregon, and they are absolutely the most beautiful blackberries you can find anywhere. So let's put them all in there. We may not use them all, but let's just go ahead. Let's do it. We're just going to let those berries heat and let that sauce simmer a little bit. And in about 1.5 minutes, we're going to have a perfect sauce for the fish. So this sauce is ready now, and it can be poured over the fish just the way it is. But if you want to gild the lily a little bit, add an extra bit of richness and silkiness to this sauce, I'm going to put a pat of butter in here. And we're just going to work it around here just real quick. I like that butter very, very cold, because as it's added to the sauce and it melts, it brings a little viscosity into the sauce. And that's it. As soon as that butter's done melting, we're gonna put it right over the fish. Blackberries, we'll see if we can't keep some. There we go. And then, as if this wasn't quintessentially Pacific Northwest enough, I'm gonna scatter a few chopped, toasted hazelnuts on here. These are absolutely delicious with the blackberry. And there you have it. Blackberry and hazelnut halibut from the Pacific Northwest. I'm Bill King, Executive Chef for McCormick Schmick Seafood Restaurants. See you next time.